Welcome back. In this final video we will focus on another metaphor of salvation, namely reconciliation. In a remarkable passage in 2 Corinthians 5, Paul says, "So if anyone is in Christ, there is a new creation. Everything old has passed away. See, everything has become new. All this is from God, who reconciled us to himself through Christ, and has given us the ministry of reconciliation. That is, in Christ, God was reconciling the world to himself, not counting their trespasses against them, and entrusting the message of reconciliation to us." Notice first of all how Paul can describe his ministry as a ministry of reconciliation. That is how he conceives of his calling to proclaim reconciliation. It involves justification. Note the words in blue, not counting their trespasses against them. That's law court imagery. But the key to understanding reconciliation is that it is relational. Justification emphasizes God's role as judge and our need for acquittal. But reconciliation emphasizes his role as parent or friend and our need for a restored relationship. It is like the parable of the prodigal son, where the father, no doubt needing to forgive his errant son, but the emphasis is on the joy of having him back in the family. "My son was lost, but now is found," he says. But reconciliation goes further than individuals being reconciled to God. In Colossians we read, "For in him," that is in Jesus, "all the fullness of God was pleased to dwell, and through him God was pleased to reconcile to himself all things, whether on earth or in heaven, by making peace through the blood of his cross." Paul does not specify what the all things refers to, but the addition of on earth or in heaven suggests that it is far wider than just humans. Thus the reconciliation of individuals is part of a plan to reconcile all things, just as the redemption of individuals is part of a plan to redeem the whole of creation. Thus it could be argued that when sharing the gospel today, our neighbours are much more likely to understand their need for new life and a relationship with God than justification or acquittal. There remains a place for the latter. Some people are plagued by guilt for things they have done and need to hear about forgiveness or acquittal. But others will find the language of freedom and reconciliation more understandable. Indeed, it is unlikely that young people today will have much interest in salvation if it does not also have something to say about the future of creation. For your final task, write a paragraph on each of the following questions. 1. What is Paul's hope for the world? 2. Does God's grace demand a response? And 3. What are the benefits of speaking about salvation as reconciliation? You might find the resources listed at the end of the workbook will help with these. Thank you.